this is a, I'm just gonna back up because I feel like I'm very close to the camera. This is a strength workout today. Everything is not for time, so you go at your own pace. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tell you the set you're gonna do, then you're gonna walk over, press pause, do it on your own, come back and press play, and you'll do the next set. There's 3 different sets. The first set is more focused on legs, second set is more focused on arms and upper body, and the third set is a combo of everything with some core, a lot of core. So what you'll need is 2 weights. If you don't have weights, you can use heavy filled up water bottles or wine bottles. Get creative. You will also need a kettlebell or something heavy. If you don't have a kettlebell, you can fill up a backpack. Use a small child. Just kidding. Don't do that. But yeah, get creative. If you have cats, you can use a litter bag or just anything really heavy. So let's do a quick little warm up. Come over to your mat or your space. And again, if you need to press pause and collect all of the things you need, do that now. And then we'll start our warm up in 3, 2, 10 jumping jacks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come to the back of your mat or the back of your space. Undulate your spine and roll down. Articulate 1 vertebrae at a time. Soften your knees. Walk yourself out into your plank position. Hold here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step your right foot towards your right hand and your left foot towards your left hand. Reach your arms forward so you're in your low squat. Draw your knees open and then stand up. 4 squats. Lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. Keep your core tight. Draw your knees open. Notice how I don't lean forward. Good. I believe that was 4. Last time, lower down. Good. Place your hands down. Step your left foot back and then your right foot back. Walk your hands in towards your feet and then roll up. Good. Once more, tuck your chin towards your chest, roll down. Walk your hands out into your plank. Hold here and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot to the outside of your right hand, left foot to the outside of your left hand. Sweep your arms forward so you're in your low squat, and then stand all the way up. 4 more. Down and up. Lower. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale as you lift. 1 more. Lower and lift. Good. Lower down. Place your hands down. Step your left foot back, your right foot back. Walk your hands in towards your legs and then roll up. Good. Once more. 10 jumping jacks. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Stand at the top of your mat this time. You're going to send your right leg back behind you into a lunge. Drop your right knee down. Lift your right arm up and over to stretch your hip flexors. Good. Drop your tailbone down behind you. The goal is not to lean forward. The goal is to find length in your low back. Hold it there. Good. Hello, tickle in my throat. Good. And then let your right arm drip down. Tuck your right toes. Hover your right knee off of your mat. Hold here and breathe for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten both legs. Double lunge. Drop your right knee down and lift. Drop your right knee down and lift. Right knee down and lift. Once more. Right knee down and lift. Right foot to the top of your right mat. Your right foot forward. Left knee back. Drop your left knee down and then stretch your left arm up and over. Soften your shoulders down. Find length in your low back. Stay here and take a few more breaths. Good. Remember, long low back. Scoop your tailbone under. Good. And then slowly lift up. Tuck your left knee. Hover your left knee off of your mat. And hold and breathe for 4, 3. Soften your shoulders. 2, and 1. Straighten both legs. Lower your left knee down. Straighten and lower. Straighten and lower twice more, and bend last time, and bend. Good. Step your left foot forward. Good. Press pause if you need to. Take a few seconds if there's any other little things you need to do. I know that some of us have tighter shoulders, maybe a low back, maybe there's something special that you need to do for your body. Press pause, do that now. And then when you're done, I'm gonna go through your first round. So this is for your first set. This is 4 rounds for time, or not for time. Whew, goodness. Words, Alex, use them. 4 rounds, not for time. You go as slowly as you need to, take breaks when you need to. You are doing 3 movements. Your 3 movements, you're doing 8 reps of each. So again, 4 rounds, 3 movements, 8 reps of each. Your first one is going to be a goblet squat. You have the option to use maybe both of your weights and hold them at your chest, or your kettlebell if you have one. If you don't have one, something heavy. So I like to hold the kettlebell on the side, so the horns are face down, and then you'll lower down and lift, just like you did in your warm-up with your air squat. Your knees draw out behind you and you lift. So you're gonna do 8 of those, and your next 8 of those, and then your next movement is a single leg Romanian deadlift. This is 8 total, 4 on one leg, 4 on the other. So you hold your heavy thing in your left hand, you place your right foot on your mat, and then you hinge forward and stand. If you can keep your left foot lifted off the whole time, then great. But if it needs to touch down to help you with your balance, you can as well. I don't worry about, and I don't care how low your chest goes. I'd rather see a flat back this way than have you round and touch your mat. It's about having a long back. And if you don't have a kettlebell, you can use your weights, or you can hold your backpack, kitty litter, something heavy. All right, so that's your second movement. 8 single leg Romanian deadlifts, 4 on one side, 4 on the other. Your third and final movement of this set is 8 overhead lunges, both per side. So 8 on the right and 8 on the left. So you'll bring your weights to your shoulders, and then you'll press your arms overhead. If you don't have 2 weights, whatever, something heavy, get something heavy overhead. Good. And then you're going to step backwards, drop your right knee down, and then in. Drop your right knee down, and then in. All 8 on one side, and then all 8 on the other. Make sure as you step backwards, you want to continue to punch your arms up towards the ceiling. Careful that this doesn't happen. You want to stay lifted the whole time. You want to zip your ribs together so your spine stays nice and long. So again, one more time. You are doing 4 rounds, not for time. Do what you need to do. First movement is 8 goblet squats. Second movement is 8 single leg Romanian deadlifts. 4 on the right leg, 4 on the left. Your third movement is 8 overhead reverse lunges. 8 on each leg. Yes? So if you need to write that down, scribble it down, you can do that as well. I'll post it in the comments as well so you can reference it. But pause now, do your 4 sets on your own, and then unpause when you're done. Okay, so now we're going into our second set, which is 3 rounds, not for time. Wow, I really need to get a light down here. I feel very dark and hidden right now. So your next movement is, or your next set is 3 rounds, still 3 movements. This time it's 10 reps. So before we did 4 rounds for 8 reps, now we're doing 3 rounds for 10 reps. Your first movement is a push-up. Your option is to be in your plank position, lowering down and up. If you need a modification, you can lower down, let your knees help you lift back up, and then lift again. Or you can stay on your knees the whole time. Notice how when I go from my plank to my knees, nothing moves in my hips. I don't rock my hips forward or back. I'm in my high plank position and I drop my knees down. I don't lift or cross my feet or do anything interesting with my feet. My feet are just on my mat as they were for my plank. Yes? So you'll do 8 push-ups. Sorry, 10 push-ups. And then you're going to do 10 shoulder presses. So you're going to grab your weights, you'll touch your shoulders, you'll lift overhead and lower, overhead and lower. So you'll do 10 of those. 10 push-ups, 10 shoulder presses, and then you're going to do 10 tricep kickbacks. You can choose whether your feet are square with one another, or if you want to have a split stance, whatever feels comfortable for you. You'll hug your elbows in towards your chest and you'll pull your weights, hug your elbows in towards your ribs and pull your weights in towards your chest. You'll extend your arms back behind you and in, the whole time drawing your shoulders down your back. If your weights feel really light and you need a bigger challenge, you can turn your palms to face up and then extend your arms back behind you this way. Your palms and your knuckles face down the whole time. So, 3 rounds, not for time, 10 push-ups, 10 shoulder presses, 10 tricep kickbacks. All right, so when you're ready, you press pause, you do your 3 rounds, not for time, there's no speed here. Work on form, this is about quality over quantity, so take your time. And then when you're ready, you'll press unpause, and then we'll go into our next set. So our last and final set is only 2 rounds, only 2 rounds. If you're catching my theme, now we're gonna up the reps. So now we're doing 2 rounds, 12 reps. So you will do 12 kettlebell swings. If you don't have a kettlebell, no worries, I'll talk you through that in just a moment. If you have your kettlebell, you'll bring your feet, push these out of the way. I don't advise you to do this with bare feet. Bad coach, bad instructor. So your feet are a little bit wider than hip distance. You're gonna bring your kettlebell, if your heels and the kettlebell were a triangle, that would make a nice little triangle. So you'll pull your kettlebell to your butt, and then you'll squeeze your butt and press your hips forward. Notice how my spine stays long the whole time, and my elbows stay soft. I'm not trying to punch forward, and it's a Russian kettlebell, so right in front of you. If you're familiar with kettlebell swings, don't worry about going overhead. Just focus on glutes and core. So you'll do 12 Russian kettlebell swings. You can also do a kettlebell swing with a dumbbell. You'll hold onto either side, and then same thing, lifting and lowering. If you have a backpack, you can hold onto a backpack or something to swing forward and back. It's really just to activate your glutes and your hamstrings. All right, so 12 kettlebell swings. Then you're gonna do 12 army crawls. So this one will take some time, but you're only doing it 2 rounds. So you'll start in your high plank position. Right forearm down, left forearm down. You know where it's going. Right arm down, right hand down, left hand down. So you go right, left, left. You'll do 6 leading with the right, and then 6 leading with the left. Goal is to keep your hips still. When you get tired, careful that your hips don't lift up or they don't rock from side to side. If you need to gently lower your knees down to focus on form, please do so. All right? When you're done with your 12 army crawls, 6 leading with the left, 6 leading with the right, your last movement is 12 pike walks. So you'll start in a high plank position, and then with 4 steps, you'll step 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The goal is to arrive in your pike position and arrive in your plank position at the same time. So careful that you don't press back into your downward facing dog and then walk your feet back, and then walk your feet back, and then shift forward. Goal is to walk your feet in towards your hips at the same time, and then end in your your plank at the same time. To make it harder or easier, it depends on the width of your feet. So if you want to make it harder, walk your feet really close to your hands. If you feel like it's too challenging, don't worry about walking your feet so close to your hands. Yes, so again, your last round is 2 rounds, 12 reps, 12 Russian kettlebell swings, 12 army crawls, right, left, 6, and then left, right, 6, adding up to 12. And then 12 pike walks, 4 walks in, 4 walks back counts as 1. So it's a longer set, but you only have to do it twice. And then you're done. So you can just end this now and be done. Make sure you stretch when you're done. Stretch out your hip flexors, stretch out your low back, stretch out your shoulders. Drink lots of water, and you crushed another workout. Good job. Woo!